Buongiorno. My relative is getting married in Italy, so I hopped on a plane, and now I find myself in beautiful Italia. I can't stop thanking my lucky stars because this means that I can get my hands on real, authentic Italian delicacies. And you know what they say. When in Rome, eat as the Romans do. Hello, I would like some of your best prosciutto and some of your finest formaggio, a mozzarella perhaps. I would also like a tub of your sun-dried tomatoes. I don't know what it is about sun-dried tomatoes, but just the thought of them drives me wild. They have this tangy, sweet flavor, and they are full of vitamin C. I believe that cooking tasty food shouldn't require hours of slaving away in the kitchen. And let's admit it, we'd much rather use our time doing more important things, such as eating. Speaking of which, for today's lunch, I'm going to make my typical Italian bruschetta. We're going to start by slicing up the bread. Make sure your slices aren't too thick. I can't stand when people aren't generous with their portions. Just the right size. Now we're going to drizzle some olive oil on top. Smells just like olives. Now, no bruschetta is complete without garlic. What a lovely perfume. And now I'm going to add some butter. Now, I know the Italians might not do this, but I believe in freedom of cooking. Everybody should have the right to add a touch of their own personality to their dishes. This is my interpretation of bruschetta. A luscious strip of prosciutto on top. And at last, a blushing tomato to finalize this masterpiece. Delicious, delicioso, as the Italians say. Now, if you really want to splurge, I suggest a nice glass of red wine. The perfect combination. So sensual. For those of you who have sweet tooths, the cake I'm about to prepare is going to tantalize you. I call it the butter, fat, lard, cream chocolate cake. Now, I know you probably think that it's rather on the heavy side, but I make it only on special occasions. I make it every Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We're going to start by putting some lard into a cake pan. Look at this gorgeous lard. It's so uplifting. Next, I'm going to pour some cream. No need to whip it up, because once we put it in the oven, it's going to thicken up on its own. And now, some butter. You didn't think I'd forget the butter, did you? Some sugar, of course. A pinch of baking soda. That way, this luscious cake will rise. Now, you probably aren't very attracted to this cake right now, but that's because I haven't yet garnished it. I'm going to use pieces of chocolate for the embellishment. Can't live without chocolate. There. Looks much better now, doesn't it? Looks as beautiful as a painting. Now I'm going to delicately stir it around. There we go. Now our cake is ready to be baked. I made the same exact cake earlier, of course. So let's go and see how it looks now, shall we? Oh, look at the beauty. How spectacular. It's a little different than expected, but that's all right, because the beauty of cooking is that you never know what's going to come out of the oven, do you? Look at that sponginess, and look at how it rose. The baking soda really did its job, didn't it? And look at how the chocolate amalgamated with the butter, fat, lard, and formed a gorgeous, dreamy icing. I know you will definitely find it terribly difficult to resist this dangerously tempting treat. But I say, don't resist, just go for it. I'm just going to have half a portion. There we go. Marvelous. Not only is this cake good for your soul, it's also good for your body. It's so light and fluffy that I feel I could fly away. This. I'm not very hungry tonight.